Alrighty, live on the YouTubes and the Twitches. After show delayed today. Episode number 233, I believe. Put my links in the chat and then we'll get going here. Man. Oh, anything. Coach. Whoops. Coach. Need money. gmail.com. Visions. PayPal.me/code Steve Money. All right, how about a lovely, it's not chapstick, what is it? Australian gold. Australian gold, mate. Okay. There's like nothing in there. I need to throw that one away. Alright. That's enough. There was a little bit in there. Okay. Ready to sing. Listen for the drum taps. Move that over there. Okay, ready? Drum taps. Here they come. Like all plans, it starts with step one. $1,000 emergency fund. Step two, you'll pay off all your debt. Except mortgage, we don't do that yet. So pay off your consumer debt. Every one of the charges, from smallest to largest. Baby step 3 is next. Full emergency fund of expenses. You stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach, that's why I coach, and why I host this after show. If you don't like results you're getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Step 4 is when you should take a breath and go less gazelle and invest. Step 5 is to save for your kids. No student loans at all over college. 6 is to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. And now you get to live large, and now you get to give large. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. What up, Sid? And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach, that's why I coach, and why I host this YouTube show. If you don't like results that you're getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Take it on, trumpet. Live from Columbus, OH, the Ramsey Show Aftershow show. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it, and all things financial, and whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment with me at calendly.com/coachstevemoney. Link is at the top of the chat and also in the video description below. You can email me about anything, yes, anything, coachstevemoney@gmail.com. What's another way you can get in touch with me?
Hey, y'all got Instagram? Yeah. Add me on the ground. Yeah, no.
If you have Instagram, you can add me on the ground. And that is, of course, I go back to my notes here. That is, of course, Coach Steve Money, no spaces, on Instagram. And if you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, that's paypal.me/CoachSteveMoney. Once again, email coachstevemoney@gmail.com, and I want to hear somebody else besides me sing the Baby Steps song. So if you're interested in doing that, either recorded or live, we can make that happen as well. Give me a shout there on the old email, coachstevemoney@gmail.com. Alrighty. Okay, move that there. Today's Ramsey Show hosts on an all-new show in the year of our Lord 2022. Or Dave Ramsey, you've heard of him, and also his daughter Rachel Cruz. And guess what? We got a song now. Let's see. It took me 5 times the last time to get this right, so we'll see. This is only the second time I've done this live. Here we go. Sing along. Okay. I guess that's why we all watch Rachel Cruz, for good advice that she learned in her youth. Talks about friends when she shows us how to be millionaire. Know yourself, know your money, love your life, not theirs. I guess that's why we all watch Rachel Cruz. And I guess that's why we all watch Rachel Cruz, mentioning Winston, mentioning Target. I guess that's why we all watch Rachel Cruz, mentioning Winston, debating with Dave. I guess that's why we all love Rachel Cruz. Oh, Ray-T. Market report. Yep. So let's see what happened here. As you can see, it's all red there, and that red is not good. I ain't saying nothing, I'm just saying it's dangerous to have a race car in the red. I could blow. Let's see, Wall Street is from Reuters. Wall Street closes lower as inflation hits 40-year high, inviting aggressive Fed tightening. Year-on-year CPI, Consumer Price Index, hits 40-year high. Banks, big tech stocks fall after sharp rally, which means they went up yesterday. Amazon surges following stock split buyback plan. I did not know they were going to do that. I don't think we heard anything about that. And the indexes, of course, are down in that manner. And of course, Ukraine. What else are we worried about? I guess that's probably about it. Inflation and Ukraine. I think that's about it. Can't really blame the pandy anymore, I don't think. All right, let's go back and see what up. NASDAQ down the most, so after 2 wins in a row, I will not be winning fantasy mutual funds for today. Most likely. Russell Small Cap, the least down. In between those were the Dow Jones Total Market and the S&P 500 Index. All right. Let's see. Who do we have? Oracle and Rivian announced today. More on that in a second. Next week is Accenture, FedEx, Nike, and Adobe. Actually, Nike and Adobe are the week after. But the most followed stocks on the Google, and this is what they were talking about here. All the rest of them are down, but Amazon stock split, and basically what happens is, say the stocks are all worth $2, all the stocks worth $2. If they do a stock split, that means that the number of shares doubling it, and the amount then that each share is worth after that is half. But you do have, if you had 1 share before, now you have 2 shares. And each share is worth $1, whereas before before the split, your 1 share was worth $2. And so how that works out is, and normally that works out as a that eventually doesn't make you money right that second, but eventually by having more shares that makes you money. And as you can see, it that went up today. So the Amazon being in the NASDAQ, that will help that number there. So maybe I won't be too far in last place, or too distant in last place. We'll see about that. But let's see, who is the most down? 241. No, that would be Apple. 2.72%. Microsoft down 1%. A little bit over, 1.01%. Tesla 2.41% down. Let's see what happens mañana. Let's see, Europe all down, Asia all up. Currency, I should look at that. Should look at like the globe and see how that works as far as when when that hits, like which one is, like in Asia, is it already tomorrow morning or is it earlier? I don't know. If Sid's still watching, maybe she knows. So I do not know how that works, and sometimes it'll have an effect, I guess. What happens in the other markets will carry over, perhaps. Sometimes not, probably. Currency, euro up on the dollar, Japanese yen up on the dollar, US dollar up on the British pound, love. US dollar up on the Canadian dollar, and the US dollar up on the Australian dollar, mate. Pals in crypto, XRP the only one up. Oh, and Dogecoin pretty much even. And then it changed, and now they're all down. So they keep going after the U.S. Stock market closes at 4 p.m. Alrighty, so we did that one. Crypto, just from CNBC.com. Crypto poses serious 401k risk. There is, John Delaney calls it 401. Too hip to add the K on the end. Biden administration warns. Key points are, let's get cryptocurrencies and other related investments like NFTs pose significant risks to 401k investors, the U.S. Department of Labor said Thursday. The agency warned employers to proceed with extreme care before adding them to a retirement plan. They're going to put NFTs in a retirement plan? Since, and crypto as well, since doing so may breach their legal obligations. Maybe they're just thinking about it. Financial companies have been marketing crypto to 401k plans in recent months, the Bureau said. I wonder if anybody's added those to the retirement plan. Let's scan the article and find out. Cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and other digital assets like non-fungible tokens pose significant risks and challenges to 401 investors, including fraud, theft, and financial loss, among others, the U.S. Department of Labor said Thursday. That counsel comes as financial services firms have begun marketing such investments as retirement plan options in recent months, playing on growing popularity. At this early stage in the history of cryptocurrencies, the U.S. Department of Labor has serious concerns about plans' decisions to expose participants to direct investments in cryptocurrencies or related products, such as NFTs, coins, and crypto assets. The acting assistant secretary, the assistant to the secretary, at the Employee Benefits Security Administration wrote Thursday. All right, so just want to see if anybody has added it already. If they have, they don't mention it here. Hashtag mention. All right, but that's crazy. Especially if it, like, I wonder if it affects people that already have, like, stuff in their plans. Now, would that change over? Like, would that have somebody, like, that's already been there for a while, and then they add that to a plan? Would that automatically go in their plan as well? In that 401k account? I wonder. Interesting. All right, this is also from CNBC.com. These Social Security scams will try to steal your savings. Here's what to watch out for. Key points: if you get a call, text, or email from someone claiming to be from the Social Security Administration, it's likely a scam. They will send you snail mail. So, yeah, it's likely a scam. Fraudsters who prey on fear bilked people out of almost $64 million last year through imposter scams, according to the government agency. Here's what to watch out for and how you can help stop perpetrators of these schemes. All right. Here we go. Steps to take if you receive a suspicious text, call, or email. Hang up and do not respond. Do not disclose personal information, such as social security number or bank account information. Never make payments with gift cards, wire transfers, cryptocurrencies, or by mailing cash for any reason. So, yeah, you don't do that. A lot of scam people like you to get gift cards for certain devices, and there are certain on certain platforms or for certain stores, and then are certain platforms like Apple, the Apple Store, and then they sell those and get cash for them. They sell the money value on it, and then they get cash for it. So, and you report your scams to oig.ssa.gov.love. .gov is a different website. Don't go to that one. But basically, as far as don't disclose personal information, the hang up and do not respond should take care of all that. But just in general, don't make payments with gift cards, wire transfers, cryptocurrencies, or by mailing cash for any reason, like it says. Fraudsters may say there's a problem with your social security number or account. Again, the government likes to snail mail you when they need to talk to you about something. I had one of those. They wanted to just like an assurance, not quality assurance, but I guess just to double check or whatever. They have like certain returns or just picked, or maybe something in there was flagged. I don't know, but they sent me a snail mail letter last year, and I thought even that might be a scam. So I looked it up on the internets, and it is actually on the government website that it is actually a thing. So I called them, and didn't take that long, and it was all straightened out. Alrighty, you can't read this article, but just want to say the Rivian stock is plunging. They were one of the people that reported today, and says the electronic vehicle maker came up short everywhere. So I guess in let's see what they did. Yeah, so they were down immediately, and then I guess they were okay. They were about like everybody else was down. But then after a little bit before they reported, and people may have like an inkling that there's going to be a problem, or these things may get linked. They were supposed to report at 5 p.m. So maybe like they issue like press release beforehand. I don't know, or people just may have an idea that it's bad, so they're gonna sell, and so that's why they're way down here. So let's see. Oh, they're gonna not deliver as many cars this year, or vehicles. I think they only make trucks, I think. Yeah. Oh, $4.7 billion loss. Supply snags, curbing, electronic vehicle output. Okay. They delivered 1,000 electric trucks in 2021. So, but they're not going to be able to. Yeah, this one says 4.7 billion loss. That says 117 billion wipeout. Oh, maybe that's like that includes that maybe includes all this loss right here. What up, Spring? So okay, so we got that one. This is from CNN Business. Russia owes Western banks $120 billion. They won't get it back. That's likely true. Goldman Sachs, first major Western bank to get out of Russia following the invasion of Ukraine, more are likely to follow at a cost of tens of billions of dollars. Wall Street Giant said Thursday is winding down its business in Russia in compliance with regulatory and licensing requirements, a Goldman Sachs spokesperson said. International banks are owed more than $121 billion by Russian entities, according to the Bank for International Settlements, which suspended Russia's membership on Thursday. European banks have over $84 billion total claims, with France, Italy, and Australia being the most exposed, and U.S. banks owed $14.7 billion. Goldman Sachs had earlier disclosed it had credit exposure to Russia of $650 million in December 2021. Still getting used to the different eyesight, Spring? Other banks with more to lose could soon follow. So, yeah, that's not a fun thing. Alrighty, so this one is from field reporter Sydney in the Bayou. From CNBC, online daters lost a record $540 million to scams in 2021. Now, was that more than the Social Security? Um, 64 million, yes. So that was way more than Social Security scams. So online dating scams, how to stay safe, according to Nev Schulman from MTV's Catfish. That would be how to stay safe is don't do online dating, perhaps, and then you won't ever be involved in that. All right, but let's see what he says. 547 million to romance scams. That represents an 80% increase compared to 2020. That's a big upchuck there. But unfortunately, you can't invest in online dating scams though. There's no mutual fund for that. Let's see, that brought the median personal loss to $2,400. The data doesn't tell us exactly why it's happening, but I think it's reasonable to assume that the pandemic may have helped to fuel the continued growth by attracting more people to online dating apps, sure, and social media, where they've ended up being connected with these scammers, said Emma Fletcher, a senior data research at the FTC, Federal Trade Commission. There you go. There's a nice little graph for Troy and AJ. They can put there's the numbers, and there's a line which called a bar graph here, and there you go. And the number of scams reported. So just a little bit up from 2018 to 2019, and then the bottom fell out, dog. 8,000 more. And then between 2020 and 2021, 23 more, if I'm doing my math correctly. Maddie Bags making bags as expected. Let's see. Since 2017, that's $1.3 billion in losses, more than any other kind of fraud that the FTC tracks. Let's see. Common scam. Here are a few scams that are most prevalent in online dating. Many fraudsters will ask you for money relatively soon after matching online, including funds to buy a plane ticket to come see you. Red flag, absolutely. Some of these tricks are similar to what viewers saw in the Netflix's online dating scam documentary, The Tinder Swindler. I did not see that, but I know the basic gist of it. Last year, investing scams also increased. Those refer to instances when someone online gives specific investing advice, and usually a link to where you should send your money. Yeah, here you go. Just click on this. These scammers often pretend to be savvy investors giving advice to their romantic targets. Victims don't think they're sending money to a scammer, obviously. Many scams also utilize cryptocurrency, a payment method that's difficult to track. In 2021, people lost $139 million in crypto to romance scams, with a median individual loss of nearly $10,000. Red flags. I just said that before. I did not know that was in this article. There are a few things that online daters can do to protect themselves and avoid becoming victim. Don't send money to anybody that you meet online, or anybody at all. Just don't send money to anybody. That way you know you won't. If you want to, send money to a person like that, if you're not dating them or whatever. Basically, I don't send it to anybody. First, make sure the profile you see isn't too good to be true. Asking yourself. You may ask yourself, where did I get here? Where's Kel when I need her? Asking yourself if the profile matches the type of person you've typically gone out with in the past is a good place to start. You also want to watch out for people whose lives seem mysterious. As alluring and exciting as that might be, if you're going to talk to someone and potentially date them, you want to know what they do and where they are. That includes being cautious if someone travels all the time and can't give you details of what they're doing or why they aren't available to meet. That's a strange thing, not being free when they are apparently trying to find someone to go on a date with. That is a strange thing. That is not logical. You have to ask yourself, how did I get here? What is it about this person that they don't want you to see their face or hear their voice? Another key red flag, someone who seems constantly available in a way that doesn't add up with what they told you about their life or career. Unlike in the Tinder swindler, the vast majority of romance scams take place with no in-person interaction whatsoever. Yep. If something on someone's profile doesn't seem to add up, or someone is asking you for money, or you're not sure what to do, there are a few steps you can take that may help. You could delete the app is one. First, you can do some due diligence by reverse image searching the pictures on their profile. That's a thing. That way you may be able to see that the person is using someone else's photos or identity. You may also want to tell a trusted friend or family member about the situation, and they will tell you that you're being stupid. So someone who doesn't feel emotionally involved will likely be better able to help you spot a scammer. And that's the same thing with everything. That's the same thing even with financial situations. We run into that all the time. There's like in calls to the Ramsey show but I mean, even people in the chat, even just, I mean, anybody you talk to, and, friends or family members even, they are often too close to their own situation, too emotionally involved in it, so they can't see what's going on. So if they talk to people they know and those people are concerned, they should really pay attention. Yeah. If you're not sure someone's legitimate, you should also not send them money or gift cards. And most important, be careful not to share any key personal information like login credentials or passwords. Should also report the suspicious profile to the platform or dating app where you've been in touch. If you're worried that your identity may have been stolen, you can also seek assistance from the Identity Theft Resource Center. Unfortunately, if you sent someone money, it's highly unlikely you're going to be able to get it back, right? Maybe it'll quickly freeze a bank account if you did a transfer or recoup charges on a credit card. But if you send someone money directly or invested in something that turned out to be fake, it might be gone. There are limits to what can be done, said Fletcher. Is definitely a challenge to help any individual consumer. Yeah, and I've heard like things where, I mean, and it doesn't even have to be, anywhere near any of those numbers. I've heard people say like that they would be like on a dating app and start talking to somebody, and the person would say they don't have any money for like dinner, and so if you could just order them dinner, like, and pay for it and have it to be delivered to where or picked up, so they tell you about a restaurant near them, and so they just try to get one free meal out of you, and so it could just be that. And then you don't hear from them again. So that's, it can be something as small as that, which still is not fun at all. Alrighty, let's do a couple questions. At least a couple on the Dave Ramsey subreddit. Reddit.com/r/Dave Ramsey, and again, this subreddit is not run by Ramsey Solutions as the Ramsey Baby Steps community on Facebook is. There are, I think, at least 2 other groups on Facebook that are not run by Ramsey Solutions. But the Ramsey Baby Steps community, make sure it says that. Exact name is run by Ramsey Solutions. Boom. This posted by Dallas Bob. Hello everyone. Today my wife sent in a $400 payment to pay off her first credit card. We so excited. We so excited. That's from the song Friday that I'll be singing tomorrow because it's Friday. Just a warning. Not having that payment is going to be totes amazed. They said amazing. I said totes amazed. Now we can add that $100 toward our next bill. An ExxonMobil credit card, which with our new budget and staying focused, we might be able to pay that one in mid-April. Pay that one off, I think. It's a small step forward for us. Small step forward for us. Yeah, excellent. Thank you all. We can do this. Absolutely, you can. So cool. Congratulations. Boom. All right. Daily non-baby steps, Dave and Company discussion thread. So this would be like, what did we get in the Ramsey show thing today? Normally it's about like the personalities that haven't been there before. Today it was, Tim Tebow was on today's Ramsey show. And it's why have him on, get the calls going. People always know what together. And people often add, it's not the money guy, it's the money guys, by the way. And he also says right there, they. So obviously it's not just one guy. But they're not anti-Dave, but they have the financial order of operations that takes that into account. That takes what? Yeah, well, see, their problem is they don't care about debt leverage. So they're fine with you having credit cards. They're fine with you investing instead of paying the house off. So I feel like people need to invest in 401ks while paying off debt. So yeah, so this is just people that disagree. All right. Dave flat out says that if all based on math, then what you do is success. But he also points out his plan ain't just about the math, right? It's a behavior problem, not a math problem. And Dave also says that if you were doing math, you wouldn't have gotten debt in the first place. So, yeah. All right. Just curious sometimes. Boom. Yeah, Spring, you'll get better at that. Just like do like 50 of those throws a day, and you'll get that hand-eye thing in place again. I read that. Oh, nobody posted anything today except this one. Huh, all right. Well, I guess we can call it a day then, unless, let's see, let me scroll for a second while I babble about something. What can I babble about? Oh, I was going to talk about something. Can't recall what it is. Tomorrow, of course, Friday, so Dave probably not there. The mod said he thinks early summer maybe for Christina Ellis, who is also on the show today, new Ramsey personality. And maybe she would be a co-host in early summer is what he said today. That's what he said. They need to have a thing on here, and maybe they do. I'll check. I'm not the Reddit isn't really. I'm not all over the Reddit. I just know some about it, but perhaps there's like a way I could go to 3 years ago, that kind of thing. Because the questions and the advice are always the same. Alright, let's go. Eggs here. This your ad right here, made to look just like a post. What? Oh, this is the same person. What are the odds of that? This is the same person today that posted that they paid off their first debt. So it took them 1 month from finishing baby step 1. So let's see. Wife and I started the plan on the 1st, January 1st. 5 paychecks, and she has had 3. I'm proud to say that even with our modest earnings, we hit the end of baby step 1 about 2 weeks faster than I thought. Yeah, often it takes it happens faster than you project. That includes their furnace deciding to quit shortly after New Year's, so they had to cash flow that. It can be done. Now to just tackle baby step 2, and they did that. And that was about a month ago, and they paid off that first debt, so they are doing well. But we did look at these, so got to go a little bit more, and I'll give up in a second. I'm probably gonna play a video game tonight, probably starting about 9 o'clock. It might just be PC building simulator again. I know I need to finish Lost in Random and the second Dark DLC. I came across that puzzle that I just cannot do because there's a time element in it, and you have to do something very quickly, and I can't do it. Might have done this one, but what would to do with gifted money? What would Dave do? Any extra money you get from any source, you apply to whatever baby step you are on. So let's see, baby step 2 with roughly 100K to go. Our children have been gifted money throughout the years. They are under 2. We've been setting it aside. Oh, yeah, that's kind of different. Setting it aside in a safe, not the smartest I know. The thing is, I'm not sure if we should start putting it in a 529 plan or pay off debt with it and replenish it later. What's the Dave Ramsey approach to this? Yeah, I think, don't quote me on this, but I think he said that, yeah, like any money that they get, you could do that because if you do the baby steps, you'll be in a better situation, especially because they're under 2, and you will certainly by the time they are in college, you will have long been able to replenish that for them. So I believe he's fine with that. You could do either though, but yeah, a lot of divorced mothers ask about the child support, and like they'll or they'll call about something else, and they'll just list that as or Dave will ask about it, and they'll say they put the child support, in a savings account for them, and Dave is like, well, that money is for you to take care of the child with, to help with the child's expenses, not to just give it to the child later. So this would like fall into that category. So yeah, I mean, it's probably not that. Who knows how much money it is, but yeah, you could. I would not have a problem with you doing that. And like I said, I think he's okayed that before. Yeah, you're in charge what your minor children do with their money, so yeah. All right, let's do one more. Dave Dave stands on medical law school debt. It doesn't matter. Yeah, Dave would. Why? Oh, he's. Oh, in the end, no. You know, that's cool when the person has deleted their account. So yeah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's medical. You don't get a pass on math if you go into medical or law school. Any more than you get a pass on the baby steps because you live in California. Math works the same way. Casey, you're stupid. Somebody on the after show asked me last night, here's what you should do then, I guess. See if this helps. He said, he asked if I had any tips for family banking, and I didn't know what he meant. I thought maybe he meant like a bank account, like where his kids had like sub accounts or something like that. And so I looked it up, and it's based on getting a whole life policy and overloading it. And then basically you use that whole life policy like a bank somehow. I didn't look at all the specifics, but that's the whole thing. So do that then. Try that and get back to us on how it works. Let's see. This is Alpha Lightning Bolt. Paid off the truck. Don't know if we did that one. 1-2 pass. Debt free. Couple months late, but did it after 31st birthday. There you go. All right, let's do this one. Average producer, baby step question. Wife and I started the baby steps a week ago. We have the $1,000 emergency fund built and should be debt free, except for house end of April, early May. We currently owe $107,000 house and have a 30-year mortgage. Where is it? At 2.875% interest. Once we finish baby step 3 and have the emergency fund, would it make sense to refinance into a 15-year fixed mortgage, or just pay extra on the mortgage we have? A lot of times Dave will say just pay it like a 15 since you already have it. It depends on if you could save money on the interest, which it doesn't sound like you will be able to do. Also, there'll be a refinance fee, like a closing cost on that to do that. So a lot of times, like I said, Dave just says to pay extra on it. Boom, 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 boom. Spring getting ready to go to work. Yeah, I hope so as well. It is, what is it, 40 degrees, and it's been like in the 30s. It hasn't been freezing again yet, so I think we're done in Ohio with freezing temperatures. But yeah, still getting, let's see, how much should interest rates at the time we get to 4, 5, and 6 affect the decision? None. Well, I mean, it does, because if it's higher interest, you don't want to do that. If it's not much lower, like if it's just like 2.7, I wouldn't bother doing it then. It has to be a deal where very shortly your interest savings in cash will equal and cancel out any fees for the refinancing. That's what that should be. Alrighty. As I said, I'm gonna play a game. Probably about 9. Might start a little bit earlier. But Wednesday and Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, is Old Man Video Gaming. Those are the scheduled ones. I do a bunch of them not scheduled as well. Could happen anytime. If you're interested in that, click the notification bell, and that way it will let me know when that's gonna, or let you know when that's gonna happen, or when I go live immediately. Wednesdays, no set time, Curse of Oak Island recap, and that went up at about 6:30 a.m. I think. this week. Let's see. Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, tech support with Coach Steve Money. And that's the same thing I just did on the Dave Ramsey subreddit, except I go to the tech support subreddit and I answer questions on there based on my 25 plus years of being a PC repair tech, which is a wonderful job. I love it. And I said today in the Ramsey Show chat that when I do it, like, because I had to build a computer today for a client, and so I feel like I feel like I'm doing the game PC building simulator. I feel like I'm doing the game in real life, and when I play the game, I feel like I'm doing real life inside the game. Fun, fun, fun. And of course, this show, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, the Ramsey Show, Aftershow show. And of course, Bella could always find free time and feel like playing a game. And when she does, we will be playing. And that could preempt any of the scheduled streams except for the Ramsey Show Aftershow show. Because that is too early. Curse of Oak Island No Cap Recap is a recorded show, so that wouldn't be affected either. That's not a live stream. Alrighty, and schedule free coaching consultation. I'm a Ramsey Solutions certified financial coach, and you can click the link in the top of the chat in the video description below, or on the right side on my YouTube banner on the main page of my channel there. Right there is what I just clicked. That takes me here. You click that, and then you pick a date, and then you pick a time you would like to have that, and then it'll email me. Go confirm. It'll ask you for your email address and other information, and it'll let me know, and then I'll email you back and let you know what information I need to accurately assess you, and we'll get that going, and that will happen. PayPal.me/Coach Steve Money for donations. Every little bit helps, as well as subscribing, liking the videos, and commenting. That's great as well. Instagram, Coach Steve Money, no spaces. Add me on the gram. And Coach Steve Money email, coachstevemoney@gmail.com. You can email me about anything that's on your mind, anything on my YouTube channel, whatever you want to talk about. Be more than happy to communicate with you, especially if you want to sing the Baby Step song. Looking for people to sing the Baby Step song. It's not a competition. There are no gifts either. It would just be fun to hear somebody else sing it. Alrighty. All right. Have fun at the teens is too cold for March. Definitely too cold for March. Of course, last year, and I have a video on, where do I have that? It's in miscellaneous playlist. Miscellaneous. Where is it? There. Oops. Nope. Don't want to do that. I want to do view pull playlist. And it was probably the first one that I ever posted. April snow. That was last April. So 11 months ago. Come on. Load. Load. Hello. It's dark. It's early in the morning there. Can you even see it? Come on. I don't know what the problem is. Got good internet. Decent. There we are. Can't really see it. Anyway, you can see a little bit of it behind me, I think. But there we go. You can see I have the winter coat on. You can see there's some snow right there. There we go. There we go. That's at my previous apartment. And so, yeah, that was about, I think, 3 or 4 inches in April. Not fun. Alrighty. Let's drop the drink. Alrighty. So, as I get back and get rid of this, and alrighty, make smart weather-related and financial decisions every day.